Happy VA Wednesday. So today we're going to be talking about something maybe not so happy. Does the builder's lender know how to do a VA loan? Okay, so what am I talking about? Well, a lot of veterans are choosing to buy new home construction. So what I'm talking about is I'm not talking about buying land and then picking a contractor and paying them in draws. I am not talking about that. I do not do those loans. I do not do those loans. I'm talking about if you're buying in a subdivision, right? Or you're buying from a builder where they buy the land, they complete the house, and then the loan closes and you move in, okay? So new home construction. It's so confusing because it is the same name as if you were buying the land and then doing multiple draws and it's a different loan. Okay, so you're buying in a subdivision, right? Oh my God, it's so beautiful, the neighborhood. Did you see the model house? Dreamy. And they work with veterans, and they're not even having me put down earnest money because I'm a veteran. This is awesome. I love them. And they have a preferred lender. They're going to give me money. This is great. Okay, it might be great. It might be great. I actually have a friend who's a builder's lender, and he's cool. Like, he knows VA inside and out. He's a good guy. He's someone where you would meet him and you trust him to take care of your finances and your children, and you just drop them all off with him. You'd feel real safe. That's rare. Okay, that's super rare. So I'm gonna tell you a story right now that I heard yesterday, and I was like, holy hell, what the heck is going on here? This is crazy. So here's what happened. Veteran buyer, they live in a different state. Okay, a different state, guys, and they're gonna be moving to another state. This is not where the state's right next door, 10 minutes away, 40 minutes away. It's not like Boston and New Hampshire, right? No. These states are far away, okay? So I'm talking to the buyer and she's like, yeah, the builder's lady said we could do VA, but she's not very responsive, and I watch your video, so I wanna check with you. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, well, since it's VA, it's owner occupied, so you guys are gonna live there, right? She's like, yeah, but she said it could be a second home too. What? No. VA is for an owner occupied purchase, okay? If a lender ever tells you that you can use your VA loan to buy a vacation home, they are full of shit. Yes, they are. And I know the cursing, the jar, it's full. We're donating so much this year. But yeah, it's not right, okay? And I was like, well, I mean, and look, if you guys buy a house with VA, and let's say you have to move somewhere else, or you decide you want to move somewhere else, then you can turn it into a second home if you want to. But when you're buying it and using the VA loan, the intent is to occupy the residence, okay? So that was red flag number one. Red flag number two was a big one. So the buyer already had a VA loan, and the house they were buying was over, okay? It was like 650, 655, right? Okay, to me, and I'm like, well, are you gonna keep that other VA loan? And they're like, yeah, we're gonna keep it. And I'm like, okay, did they ever do the max mortgage worksheet for you? The what? Yeah, the what? Okay, and look, no one knows what this is. Most lenders don't know what this is, so I'm gonna tell you what it is. Come in close, okay. So the max mortgage worksheet, what we have to do is we put in your used entitlement plus what you're planning to buy, plus, if there's a funding fee, and then we have to take into account the county limit of that area you're buying into. Now, and this is why it's so confusing, because people are like, well, VA has no loan limit. That's correct. VA has no loan limit when you don't have any entitlement currently used up. If you have some entitlement used up, then we have to go through county limits and max mortgage worksheets, and we have to do a little dancing with the homework, okay? Okay, no problem. So I do it because I heard the number and I heard the entitlement, and I was like, you're putting money down, because the buyer had said to me, well, yeah, we're gonna do the zero down. If we had to do money, we could, but we like the zero down. Okay, guys, I did the max mortgage worksheet. They had to put down $70,000. $70,000. Yeah, $70,000. And that's what it was. And luckily in this case, the buyer had the funds. They're like, okay, that's fine. We can do that. No worries. Okay, good. That is not the usual thing I hear when I'm doing a max mortgage worksheet. Usually what I hear is, oh my God, I had no idea. Okay, maybe I need to sell that house, or what am I gonna do, right? Now in this case, they had the money, and I said, okay, because I like to give lenders the benefit of the doubt. That's a lie, I don't. But I like to think I do, right? So I'm like, hey, did you just start talking to her like last week or something? We've been working on this build and in contact with her for a year. Oh God, a year, guys, a year. So for a year, they've been under the assumption that it could be a second home and they weren't putting money down. I'm sure you guys can understand how in most cases, most people could not handle, hey, actually it has to be owner occupied. And by the way, you're gonna need to put 70K down, okay? Now, she handled it like a champ. And I've got Maria working on her file. They're gonna, tear it apart, put it together, get them a real pre-approval. And thankfully, her husband can work remote, because if her husband couldn't work remote, then they would be dealing with the fact of, oh my God, what are we gonna do? We already have $20,000 with the builder and we can't get a VA loan. So then we'd be looking at conventional loans, and do you actually qualify for a second home with a conventional loan? But that's not your intent. So a lot of hazy mud there. Now, thankfully, she reached out early because she watches this channel. And I want all of you guys to know this. If you reach out to me and you're like, hey, what about this or that? I will always do my best to answer you, help you guys. I want to help you guys. I don't want stuff like this happening. Now, if you're texting me, hey, my lender said this today, what do you think? 10 days in a row, at some point I do stop responding. And it's just because I say it all the time, I am happy to help you get out of a bad situation, but I am not gonna bear witness to it and be a part of enabling it, okay? So if you guys are like, wait, is this legit? You can always call me, I'm happy to help. If you're dealing with a lender that you think is doing you dirty and you wanna get out, I am happy to tell you if they really are, and if they are, get you out. But yeah, I don't enable, abusive relationships with lenders. It's just too much. So anyways, long story short, this builder had said, this is my preferred lender. They know what they're doing. Okay. They didn't know what they're doing. And that's the thing that you guys need to understand about VA. When you're dealing with preferred builders, okay, and they're preferred lenders, just because they're preferred doesn't mean they know their guidelines. It just means that either they have a relationship with the builder, that's really all it means, or the builder owns the company. It does not mean they're gurus, because it's incredibly, incredibly rare that you're gonna have a guru tied to a builder. I can think of 2 in the country right now. Okay? And that's just because, they want freedom to roam and to help other people and to not just focus on the builder business. So I wanted to share this story with you guys because it was one of those situations where I was so glad she called, because I knew when I talked to her that I could get my team to turn it around, we could get them in a real situation, and we could lock the rate. That was the other thing. The reason she came to me wasn't because she thought all this information they were giving was suspect. It was because the builder wasn't gonna lock the rate until 30 to 45 days before closing. Whew. In this market, you want to lock early. And if your lender's not gonna give you that lock option, you want to call a lender who will. So feel free to reach out to me. We're doing up to a year locks right now. In some cases, rumor is I'm gonna have 18-month locks very soon here. So we're proactively trying to protect our clients, protect, their investment in building these homes. The last thing I ever want is someone to build a house and not qualify. So make sure you're talking to your lender about extended locks. Make sure if you're working with the builder's preferred lender, they actually know how to do a VA loan. And if you guys ever feel like it's suspect, just give me a call and I'll tell you yeah, no, that's normal, or oh my God, seriously? Anyways, I'm licensed in 48 states. I'd love to help you guys out, and I will see you next VA Wednesday. Thanks for watching.